Hey there, half-asters. Today we're coming to you not so live from West Palm Beach, Florida. We're at the South Florida Fairgrounds at La Mesa RV's semi-annual RV show. And today we're going to be looking at some more Promaster Class Bs. We're going to be looking at two Entegra units and one Jayco unit. Yeah. Now, if some of you are thinking to yourselves already, those are the same company, it's just different models, different badging. Well, yes, that is true, but we're looking for the differences, the subtle differences between the Jayco and the Entegra, and we're doing some comparisons as well. So stay tuned.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan, and we are the Half-Ass Travelers. The first unit we're going to be looking at today is from Entegra. This is the Arc 18C. It's one of the smaller Class Bs, and it's also one of the lowest price units here at the show, coming in at $84,998, which is a really good price for a Class B. We've seen a lot of prices below $100,000, but this is, like I said, the lowest one we've seen. And they fit a lot in here. Starting on the outside, let's take a look at these running boards and the lights, the recessed lighting. We've seen that before where they'll put the recessed lighting on the ground when there is no awning on the unit. Well, this one also has the awning overhead, and you'll see the LEDs are on the van side rather than on the outside of the awning. We've seen it both ways. It's really nice to have all this light outside, especially if you're in the dark campgrounds, RV parks, or out in the wilderness. So that's really nice. But let's take a look inside. This has got a manual control door, no automatic door, which we don't mind at all. It's got this nice bug screen, a little blackout section on it, and then this zippers down to be a screened-in area. It's got a little pedestal here that's got a cup holder and a fire extinguisher, but this pedestal actually serves another purpose that we're going to show you in just a few moments. As we go inside, we see that this coach has this front living area. It's got this couch. Now, the cushions could be more cushiony. They're not the most comfortable cushions, and the backrest is a little low, but does have the ability to put the cushions up. There's a lot of versatility in these cushions. They're hinged, and there's a reason for that as well, which we're going to be getting into. But this section is definitely usable. On the pedestal here, there is a mount for a lagoon table. So that would come out right in the middle of this living area. You rotate the passenger seat around. You've got the person sitting in that seat being able to access the table, somebody sitting here, and two people sitting here, and even another person in a partially rotated driver's seat. So you can have as much as 5, maybe 6 people sitting in this area, which is a lot for a Class B of this size, this 18-foot or around 18, 19-foot Class B. Let's look at the driver's compartment. As we mentioned before, we're in another Promaster. We like the big screen in the Promaster chassis. We also like the fact that it's got the shifter right here on the dash. Everything's right in front of you. It's very simple, very easy. Now, as we've mentioned in other videos, whenever you're in a Promaster especially, but even in the Fords and the Mercedes, sometimes they'll put stuff behind the driver's seat, a shower or a bathroom wall or some kind of couch or whatever, and it prevents you from putting the seat all the way back. You definitely want to make sure that you can put that seat back to the position that you're comfortable in. This one looks like it goes all the way back, and it doesn't look like we're contacting anything behind. That's a plus. So with the seat all the way back, it actually has a surprising amount of leg room, although you cannot stretch your foot out any further than right here for me without putting your foot down into the wheel well. So just be cognizant of that. Whenever you're looking at these RVs, make sure that the driving position is going to be comfortable for you because you're going to be spending a lot of time there. Up over the driver's compartment, you can see there's a really large storage area. We haven't seen this before. This is really a nice, looks like they made this specifically for the Promaster. It's got a lot of room in there. And where there would normally be storage up over top, it looks like there's a bonus feature. Ta-da! A Jensen TV. Now, this actually has a piston on it. It's not just a hinge. You see it's not falling down. I have to pull it. So actually, as far as these mounts go, we don't usually like these mounts, especially being over the driver's compartment, because, you hear that? Put the microphone up there. You don't want to hear that while you're driving down the road. But this one, I'm having to really jiggle it a lot to get that noise. So this is a pretty substantial mounting for this TV. So we don't mind it so much in this particular unit. Now we are in an Entegra, and a lot of times, if you see some of our other videos, we talk about the cabinetry in comparison to the Thor cabinets. Entegra uses locking cabinets. We love that about the brand.
They're not very big, though.
They're not very large. Good point, Rose. They go pretty far deep. There's a coax plug in here.
But because they're arced.
But they do have carpet on the sides, so that prevents stuff from rattling and rubbing against what would normally be a wood or even metal. All right, there we go. And same cabinets, identical right here. We're going to continue on into the kitchen before we get to the bed. I'm kind of skipping over that, and there's a reason that I'm doing that. Across from those cabinets, you have another cabinet over here. And this one has a controller up inside and a that's just power for the microwave. There's no other outlet on there. And speaking of the microwave, small microwave, pretty small, enough for a plate, and also a very small refrigerator. And you can see which way it opens. I would have really liked to have seen it open the other way, but I can understand why they didn't, because you've got this wall here. It is what it is. It's not tiny by any means, but it's just very narrow. And across from there, you've got your kitchen, no cooktop, a decent sized sink, not too deep, about that deep, nice high faucet. You got the aqua hot controller right above the sink.
Oh, well, there you go.
Extra counter space right there. And right under there, storage space. Lots of storage space.
The induction cooktop was in there.
Well, you know, we've seen them put induction cooktops in these units, and they are portable. So they'll store them in a drawer, and then when you're ready to use them, you put them right up on the counter. But I don't see the one in here. That doesn't mean it doesn't come with it. I just am not seeing it right now. That's a decent size. You can see the water filter here. Yeah, I just don't see it. If it's available, they would put it there. And you can see if you did have that induction cooktop there, you have the power for it right here, as well as some USB-A plugs. And then this looks like a mount. What do you think goes in there, Rose? My guess is a Bluetooth speaker. Hey, I just got independent verification from a roving La Mesa dude. So I was right. When does that ever happen? Rose, I'm usually flying it from the
seat of your pants.
Seat of my pants, yeah. All right, we're done having fun. Now we're gonna have even some more fun. Rose, you're gonna have to step out because I'm gonna show you how the bed in this unit works. A lot of times we gloss over these beds because they're really clever mechanisms, but they're kind of a pain to operate. Whoa. We found the light switch. All right, so if you're camping and your lights go out, you know it's just because you moved the cushion the wrong way. All right, so you see that they've got the couch here, and this is nice, usable space, but this entire area becomes the bed. And I'm going to show you how, if I can figure it out. I've never done it before, but I've seen it. I've seen the mechanism, so I'm going to try to show you without messing it up all that much. All right, so what we've got here is we've got a slide out. It slides out, right? Got that, Rose?
Got it.
Check. Then this thing rotates overhead, and look, it's got cutouts to fit right there. And then the cushions.
Wait, there's legs underneath there too.
Oh yeah, you gotta extend those legs. I don't need to do it right now because I'm not getting on it. And then the cushions go up over top, and that makes, you can put that in there if you could, Rose. Thanks.
I feel like
that makes the bed. I am anticipating a crick in the neck. All right, definitely memory foam or a very thick sleeping bag. But yes, this is a surprisingly large bed. You see, it's kind of a hassle. You know, that was one of the things we didn't really care for in our Class B, was that we kept having to make the bed every time, you know, every morning, every night we were doing it. But when you're in an RV this size, that's just one of the things you're going to have to do. There's a lot of value to having that extra living space, and that's what this creates. By having the bed like this, yeah, you can see. I need to get over here. There's a lot of value in having this because, again, you've got this couch and living area. So you have to decide what's more important to you. You know, having the living area or having the convenience of not having to make the bed every night. Where did Rose go? Oh, there she is. Okay, she snuck around the back of the van on me so we can show you this rear bath unit. Pretty standard setup. We see this in a lot of the rear baths. The reason they keep using this design is because it works. There's got a wardrobe here. You've got clothing storage, locking drawers. This one's got 3 drawers. We've seen them with 3 or 2. This one's got 3 mid-sized drawers, stapled drawers. Not the, you know, we're not big fans of the staples, but you're not going to really see a lot of dovetail cabinets in these Class Bs. Maybe some of the manufacturers have it, but not this one. And also you've got a cassette toilet, plastic. Here's the sink. Again, the water fills up into here from the faucet, and then you just dump the water out and it goes down the drain back there. That's how that works. Here's the water controllers and your shower wand right there. And come on, there we go. Medicine cabinet. And it's a pretty big one too. Is there a light switch over there? Oh, that's an outside light. Okay.
Thanks for lighting.
You're welcome. That's what I do. All right, and also the door mechanism is right here. It's locked, but this is a sliding door, and these slide together. And there we go. Privacy. A little bit on the rattly side, I think. But they are secure. They're not going anywhere, but I think you could probably pull this a little tighter. But they've got these on here for the show because they don't want people breaking them, I think. All right, I'm going to come down and show you. There's power back here. You saw the light switch and the quick connect for your outdoor shower area. And you've got the blackout shades. These are weighted magnets, and they are all around. Very easy to clean and to keep clean. And I forgot to mention, you've got the shower curtain that goes all the way around so that you're not getting this cabinetry wet while you're taking a shower. We're going to take a brief look at the outside. We've got the 120 plug outside in your outdoor living space. And if we go around here, we're going to see, we already saw that it's a cassette toilet, so there is no black tank, but there is the gray water dump and gate valve. You've got a city water connection right above that with a light overhead so that when you're working at night, hooking up at night, you'll have plenty of light. That's huge. Your cable TV and inputs, shore power and venting, and a little mini running board on the driver's side, just enough to get you into the driver's compartment. Yeah, this grabs your foot, believe it or not. I don't know if you can't really see it, but these things are very sharp on the inside. So they grab your foot really non-skid, and that's huge. Overall, we really like the Arc. Entegra fits a lot in the tiny space, just like a lot of these Class Bs do. I did notice up on the roof there was a wine guard system up there. There's a lot of technology in here too. A lot of it's hidden, but it's there. There's probably solar up there, although we can't see it. It was in the specs that we showed you when we first did the video. We like to put the specs on there so you guys can answer those questions for yourself, or you can just ask us in the comments if you're curious about one of the characteristics or components of the coaches we're reviewing. But having said that, we're going to move on to the next unit, and it's a Jayco. The next unit we're going to be looking at is the Jayco Comet 18C. Now this is going to be a very quick walkthrough because we just took a quick look at it, and I can tell you that it is nearly identical to the Entegra Arc that we just saw. And we're going to show you that and see if you can spot the little differences that are here or there, because we're having a hard time finding them. Let's take a look. For those of you who were questioning whether or not Jayco and Entegra are actually the same company, we're going to go ahead and prove that to you right now. Because as you can see, the awning, the running board, I'm sure there's lights under there. They're just not on right now. Everything looks the same. The same pedestal, the same operation of the bed. It's got the cloth seats in the Promaster chassis. Yep, even the same components in the TV overhead. Let's see, a Jensen TV. One thing we didn't point out, I mean, since we're looking at a nearly identical coach, we skipped over a couple of things in the last coach, and that is the control panel section here right inside the door and the power switches underneath the seat. And then also this control panel up here where you've got the tank heaters, the water pumps, and then the tank levels and your generator hours meter. That's there. Everything else seems to be the same cabinets, except for, look at this. We found it. All right. So I'm sure the other unit has this as well. This is the portable induction cooktop. Plugs in right there. You can use it when you need it, and then you can store it away when you're done using it. And that gives you a little bit more counter space to use once you're done doing the actual cooking. And that's huge. I'm glad we came in here because we wanted to be able to show you that. Everything else appears to be the same refrigerator, same price, same low price. So if you can't find the Jayco, or if you can't find the Entegra Arc and they have a Jayco Comet, rest assured it's the same unit. Identical. Did you ever see My Cousin Vinny? Identical. We're going to end the tour of the Jayco Comet here because we pretty much just showed it to you in the Arc. And we're going to move on to the next unit. Now the next unit is going to be an Entegra, and I guarantee you it is different than both the units that we've seen so far. So let's go take a look. The last unit we're going to be looking at is the Entegra Ethos 20T. It's about 2 feet longer than the Comet and the Arc that we just looked at, and it's got a little bit different floor plan, and a floor plan that we actually love. You can see immediately the different running boards here on the Ethos. That does have the lighting, which we really like, and it also has the awning with the lighting on the van side, although it's not lit right now. That's also a great feature that we love. This one also has the manual door. There's no electric door here, which we don't mind at all. And immediately off the bat, you see this flooring. I don't know, Rose, what do you think about the flooring?
It's not bad.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's different. It's more like a kind of a bamboo feel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really nice. And it's also got this pedestal here with the cup holder, but it's for a different reason, because it is just the mount for the Lagoon table. We call this step here the Widowmaker because anytime there's a step like this in the RV, we find it and we end up falling. But luckily, if we bash something, we're only not going to go too far, or we'll land on these very comfortable seats. There is a drawer in here. It's very shallow, but it's, you know, a little bit more storage, and every little bit of storage helps. Let's take a quick look at the driving compartment. It is pretty much a standard Promaster chassis. It's got the large screen. It's got the shifter on the dash. However, look at these seats. Rose, look at these. Oh, beautiful. They are so soft. Nice soft leather. We love the embroidery and stitching. It is just gorgeous. These armrests are nice and comfy. Now let's give it the test. Can I put the seat all the way back? Let's see. Am I hitting anything back there? Perfect. Plenty of room. This is a good driving position. And overhead, we've got this storage, which we really love. This is just bonus storage because there's also storage up over top of the whole driving compartment. And it's pretty deep. You can see it's like got a plastic bottom here, and it's textured to hold things in place. That's really nice. It doesn't even need a net or anything. I think everything's going to stay in place. we have the Entegra cabinets. Now, we've talked about Entegra cabinets before in comparison to the Thor cabinets. Thor has this thing where they're using a similar cabinet to Entegra. However, Entegra cabinets have one feature we love that Thor cabinets don't, and it's this locking mechanism right here.
It's so simple.
It is so simple. Why do they not have it? All right, you can see these substantial hinges. It's really nice, carpeted storage spaces. It's such an easy system to operate. Holds the cabinet closed. It's so simple. Way to go, Entegra. That's a really nice feature. On the kitchen pedestal, you got the standard pop-up with the 120 and the USB-A, and I think it's got a C. Yep, it's got a USB-C as well. It's got these windows we're not so sure about. Kind of plasticky feeling. As long as they lock out and don't leak. If you have these in your RV, tell us how they perform, because they seem a little bit lightweight, but we're not sure if they are how good they are at holding out the moisture. Also, this little snap here allows you to open the window without the screen attached, or you can attach it to get the screen. And we like that it locks in different locations. That's a nice feature. All right, we'll put that back. There we go. A Dometic 2-burner liquid propane cooktop. Look at this little drawer. Is that a sponge drawer? No. Little extra counter space. And room for your silverware underneath, or whatever else you want to put under there. This one doesn't have the portable cooktop. It's got an actual cooktop. It's also got an actual sink, which is actually not bad size. It's not the biggest, but it is a Class B. Nice faucet, though. You like the faucet, right, Rose? Mm-hmm. I know you do. Oh, we didn't mention all these units have this nice, what's it called? Valance.
Trim?
Yeah, trim around the windows. It's nice. There's a sponge drawer. Knew there had to be a sponge drawer in there somewhere. And your rather small. Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like it is also a convection oven. And there you go. There's your pan drawers. Pot and pan drawers. Smallish, right?
Yeah.
I love the blue lights. It's different. Norcold refrigerator. Not a separate freezer. It's got a freezer compartment over top. Everything you need right here for short trips. I don't know if you're going to be living in this. I mean, it would be a challenge, I think. All right, the cabinets continue all the way back on the driver's side. This one goes through, all nicely carpeted and all locking. Yes. And then across the way, you got power in the cabinet, and that's important if you're storing things that need to be on charge like we do with our cameras and stuff. You also have coax there and another large storage area, double wide in the back. Let's talk about this TV, because we've seen this before in some other model RVs. This thing comes out. It can be viewed from the driver and passenger seats once they're rotated around. It can also be viewed from the couches and beds when these things are converted into the bed. Like some units we saw from Thor, like the Tolaro, I think it was, Rose. It has these nice windows on the side. In fact, this is a very similar floor plan to the Tolaro. It's got the bed that turns into mega bed. This slides across.
It doesn't have those little cushion springs.
No, it doesn't. We liked that about the Thor that had the cushions. That was nice. And then there's access points here for all the systems that are hidden away underneath here.
Oh wait, look.
Oh, it does have
What is this? It has one.
Okay. I see that.
I'm not sure what that's for, but at least you have one.
Yeah. All right. So this locks up. That's important, because if you need to work in there or get into these access panels, at least this locks out of the way, so you don't have to worry about it coming down and hitting you. And it locks up pretty far. So far, in fact, I don't know how to release it. Let's see. There we go. See, I figured it out even being half-assed.
Playing around with the furniture.
All right, talk about one more thing, because we haven't seen this before. Look at these cushions. Very weird, right? They're cut out to fit perfectly right in here. The only complaint I have about these cushions is they're like a vinyl, like pleather. I don't think it's actual leather, like a pleather. I'd rather see it the same, what do you think? The same fabric. That would have been nice, although it is comfortable. I can get under here, and this is actual usable indoor space, which is always a plus. There's an outlet up here. So if you're sitting here hanging out, you can have your devices charging. Can you see it under there? And while you're under here, show them the mount for the speaker, the Bluetooth speaker. Across the way here under this bed, come on. Now that I know how to do it, you've got actual storage space under there. Usually the place where you'll store the tables, right? No, because look right here. The tables actually, we haven't seen this before, they actually have clips holding them on in place. Now normally that would be that and the Lagoon table mount would be a place where I would catch my ankles every time. But when everything's down, it's kind of flush with the bed, so you aren't actually going to risk crushing your ankles on that. Very easy system to operate. We do like these cushions. We do like the twin bed idea. This one does not have the feature where the head of the bed rises up. I think it was in a couple of the Thor models we looked at, the twin beds actually had where the head tilted up. That would be nice. I mean, you're just going to need a few extra pillows. But that was a nice feature in those coaches. Don't you agree? I can't hear you.
Agreed.
There you go. Also up underneath here, you've got a 120 plug and your panel and fuse box. Beautiful. All right, let's check out the rear bath. I forgot to mention, but there's also a panel back here with some lights, and the water heater controller is right on this wall on the other side. All right, standard bath. These cabinets are nice. They lock in tight, and they these hinges are substantial. These are nice cabinets. We always like the Entegra cabinets. They just, I mean, they're staple drawers, yes, but there's like an extra locking mechanism, or they do something extra with the hinges. They seem so much more substantial than the ones we see from, say, Thor. It's got a plastic toilet, but this unit has a black tank. There is no, this is not a cassette toilet. Stainless steel shower wand and controls, and also the medicine cabinet and the pop-out sink with the faucet. We've seen in so many units.
Curtain goes all the way around.
And curtain goes around just like the other units. Standard rear bath unit. And then also down here we've got your electric, your water pump switch, and the outdoor light switch. That way you have lights, you can see what you're doing back here. And the quick connect for your outdoor shower and hose, rinse down area, and some wet storage in there too. On the outside, you got the 120 plugs right in the living area. And let's go around. Oh, there's also a sewer hose storage right under there. And in the back, you can see where the gray water tank is. Right there. And the gate valves for the black and gray tanks. All of your controls are right here underneath this light. This is very useful when you're camping in the dark. You've got electric back here, and you've got flush and fills, as well as a cable TV input and your umbilical for the shore power. This is a vent for the water heater and your propane tank fill. And a very different running board. We haven't seen this little mini chrome running board. Our overall impression of the Ethos is, of the 3 units we've looked at today, I think this is probably the one that we could actually see ourselves in for an extended period. And that's not just because it's 2 feet longer. We like that twin bed setup. The floor plan just works for us. We like the kitchen. We like the portable induction cooktop that you can store away when you're not using it. It gives you a lot more space on counters in these units that don't have a lot of space to begin with. Well, we hope you enjoyed that look at these 3 Jayco/Entegra Class Bs on the Promaster chassis. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and give us a thumbs up because it helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, Rose. Also, if you are subscribed, click that bell for notifications. You'll be told every time we post a new video. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And having said that, Rose, do you have anything to add? Rose gives the donkey kick. All right, we'll see you in the next video.